The question is not if God is speaking. The question is, are we listening? Are we hearing? And the Bible says in Psalm 119, thy word have I hid in my heart, that I may not sin against thee. God's word comes to us, and it gives us direction. It gives us correction. And so often we're asking people for things that God's word is already helping us get through. I think it's so important to never lose sight of the fact that no matter what's happening in your life, always know God is speaking. One time, man, I was on the phone, man, and I was in a tough spot. We call it a hard spot to get a signal. And I saw people, man, in these odd positions. Somebody was sitting over there, like literally almost under a table. Somebody else was over there on their knees. Somebody was in the stairwell. I'm like, what's going on? They were like, it's hard to get a signal. You just got to get a good spot. Sometimes I think in life, you just got to get a good spot, man. Even when you're in a situation where you're like, Lord, it's hard to get a signal because I got so many distractions, so much stuff going on. But one thing I am not going to do, I am not going to miss what you have to say in my life. I refuse to let myself get disconnected that I can't hear what I need to hear so I can do what I need to do. Question for you today is, are you in position to get a good signal so you can hear what God is saying in your life? Whatever you got to do, get on your face, get on your knees, but don't you disconnect. God is always speaking to you.
Man, that's some of the best analogies, man. That's a good word this morning. Bishop Walker, let everybody know how you can be reached and how they can find your messages.
Hey, I want you to go on YouTube, look up Mount Zion Nashville. You can check out our church, check out our messages, Mount Zion Nashville. And I want you to follow me right now on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3. That's Joseph Walker, the number 3. And let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, man. Hey, we appreciate you, Bishop Walker, man. Love you, man.
Love you too, friend.
Y'all hear me? Let me y'all like this praise break, man. I need to hear back from you. Get at me 866-9-RICKEY. I might start doing some little voicemail at the end of the praise break, man. I absolutely love the praise break, and thank God for waking us up this morning. We thank him for everything. Got your front page right here.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, fans were surprised this past weekend when Raz B took to social media and recanted his molestation allegations against his cousin and former manager, Chris Stokes.
Really?
What'd you say? Yes. Oh, Beyonce said I'm supposed to be doing the news.
That was a hot spot.
That was some of my hot spot. It was juicy.
Oh.
I couldn't help it. I just wanted to get it.
You can do it in a hot spot.
Okay, y'all just wait for me to say that.
Did they get the front page to you?
Yeah, I got it. I was just excited
come on.
to get the news.
You good?
I'm sorry. Let me get proper so I can do
Hey, Brett, be ready.
She was ready, dog. Let's go.
I was so excited to tell that juicy story. Okay, here I go. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the morning news, filling in for Maria Moore. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina made it official Friday that he is running for president. Scott, the Senate's only black Republican, filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission declaring his intention to seek his party's nomination in 2024. His candidacy will test whether a more optimistic vision of America's future can resonate with GOP voters. And the deeply religious 57-year-old former insurance broker has made his grandfather's work in the cotton fields of the Deep South a bedrock of his political identity. Yet he rejects the notion that racism remains a powerful force in today's society, and he has cast his candidacy and rise from generational poverty as the realization of a dream only possible in America. Wow. In other news, y'all, the family of Shanquilla Robinson, whose fatal beating in Mexico on video last year sparked outrage, said that they are hopeful in their quest for justice for meeting with the White House officials about the pending murder case. I think that is so sad that they haven't gotten any justice for this woman yet. Also, attorney Ben Crump and Sue Robinson, along with activist Tamika Mallory, accompanied Robinson's family on Friday in their closed-door meeting with the officials, including Stephen Benjamin, director of the White House Office of Public Engagement. Now, following the hour-long meeting, the Robinson family and attorney Ben Crump held a press conference stating, "We are encouraged by our are meeting with the White House officials and the White House counsel as he spoke about the next steps with Biden-Harris officials. So far, no arrests have been made in the transnational case. And lastly, another state has passed legislation banning nearly all diversity and inclusion training requirements at Ohio's public colleges and universities, prohibiting faculty strikes and barring public universities barring public universities from taking stances on controversial topics, cleared the GOP-dominated Ohio State Wednesday on a 21-10 vote. Now, the multifaceted bill would drastically change the way that students learn, how the faculty teaches across the nation's fourth largest public university system, and comes as other Republicans-led state target diversity, equity, and inclusion in higher education. Those are my headlines. What's going on today in sports, Rock T?
Out to Griner. Will fire a three. You bet! BG back in her bag.
Yeah, man. WNBA season tipped off over the weekend, headlined by Phoenix Mercury's Brittany Griner's homecoming in front of a near sold-out arena of screaming fans. The Mercury lost the game, but Brittany went off, man. She had 27 points, 10 rebounds, man. Expect the arenas to be full.
Man, about that. You got any audio?
We're going to have some Brittany Griner audio coming up on my next sports report, man. We're going to hear what she had to say about the game, man.
We want to know.
Big up to Britt, Dow. The Boston Celtics and the Lakers. Rick, both of them are done. Miami almost 30-piece Boston to take a 3-0 lead in Eastern Conference Finals, man. The Denver Nuggets, they up 3-0 on the Lakers. Ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody just tell them, can we just skip it and just go on to the finals?
That's what I was about to say, man. Let's go ahead and get ready for Denver
time.
Nuggets and Miami Heat in the finals, man. It is what it is. And Miami Heat, man, let me tell y'all something about them role players. They finna get some big-time contracts after this year. It is what it is. That's my quick sports report. Gary, what up there, big dog?
All right, y'all. Lisa Marie Presley's twin daughters, y'all, graduated from middle school on Friday, and they're saying, y'all, that Priscilla Presley was there to see them close that chapter in their young life. Now, Priscilla Presley is their grandmother. She's 77 years old. They say she donned a black and white jacket over a white blouse, black pants, and black boots when she attended Harper and Finley's graduation ceremony in Los Angeles. Now, the 14-year-old twins, y'all, father Michael Lockwood was also there. Now, they're saying Priscilla, however, remained separate, honey, from the rest of the family, and according to the Daily Mail, they say she left the event on her own. Now, they're saying that she remained separate from the family and left her on her own seems to indicate that the dust, y'all, still has not settled after Priscilla waged a war, honey, over who controlled Lisa Marie's trust. Now, they're saying after a month-long battle, Priscilla Riley and Michael, y'all, who represented the twins in the estate battle, all came to an agreement earlier this week regarding Lisa Marie's estate, y'all. Now, it's amazing. I would have never thought that they would be fighting. I didn't think those people fight over money. Lisa Marie, the mama Priscilla, fighting over her daughter's money, even though the daughter has kids and stuff. But baby, Miss Priscilla said, girl, that's mine. Because Elvis left that for me, even though Elvis left it for Lisa Marie, his daughter. Yes.
Lemonade.
But, honey.
Black cool refreshing drink.
But they say, baby, Miss Priscilla got her check, honey.
Got a win in the race.
And the rest of them got there. So we're glad that they're going to still be a family, but Priscilla still says she's not really, still going to be close to them. So we're going to see how that all turn out. I feel so bad for Lisa's children. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is burden. On the high end, you say burden, and on the low end, you say beautiful army green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
Ooh, I get to talk about it now. Razby is recanting his molestation accusations against Chris Stokes. Lord have mercy, it's up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour. The segment's being brought to you by
the Capital One Venture X card, the travel card for people always asking, where next? Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
What up, Rock T? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Ooh, so let's get off into it. Fans were surprised this past weekend when Raz B took to social media. I don't know if y'all remember Raz B from B2K, the group B2K, where Marion and all of them are in the group. He took to social media and recanted his long time we done talked about and heard about molestation allegations against his cousin and former manager Chris Stokes. Raz-B posted via IG, I'm a made man. Here it goes to the truth. After countless counseling, I can speak about it and say I was abused by my brother and others. Ooh, they all used and abused me like a rag doll. By the time my cousin took custody over me, I was a mess. He was not my enemy. It was all my pain. I took all my pain and frustration out on him and anger out on my cousin, and I never understood why. He continued, maybe because B2K broke up and he was no longer in my life. Chris Stokes was never my pain. He was my protector, my peace, and my friend. Chris was never the guy I made the world think he was. I remember why my cousin fought so hard to save me, because I needed Chris, and then I attacked the only person who helped me. It's time to let the world know my truth. I love you, my cuz. Chris, I pray you continue to be my peace and protector. I miss you. He ended the post with, P.S. Marcus Houston, he's always been my favorite artist, immature all day. Now, what y'all think about this? It's been so many years. B2K done broke up, got back together, then broke up, got back together, did tours, got back together, broke up. And now you saying it was all not true, what you said?
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, okay, so is he saying that he lied on his cousin?
You lied on your cousin for all these years and had people thinking he was a child molester.
Oh, my God.
I'm so
Why
confused.
Why would he do that, though?
Yeah, like, it's weird to me. I'm feeling like he may want to make up, of course, but he need Chris Stokes probably now because they're not doing good. B2K is not doing no. Marion is doing good. He's got a TV show and stuff like that, but I don't know what the rest of them are doing. But Raz-B was like the least one to be doing a lot of stuff. So, maybe he need Chris Stokes to help him now. And he's trying to clear it up. At that point, it's just time to
move on and do something else.
It's just too late.
Man, that's just too much stuff to unpack.
Yeah.
It
is.
And
then you accuse somebody of something crazy like that, and it's not true. They can't get their reputation image back.
Exactly.
Damage control.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I would be suing you for defamation.
It reminds you of the Jonathan Majors case, Ricky, like what you said before, because you can't come back. That ruined Chris Stokes' career.
Yeah.
Right.
And ooh. Oh, Lord.
A lie, though. Yeah. How about that?
A lie.
Everything you work for, somebody can go out and tell a bold-faced lie on you, and then your money and your career is gone. Everything you worked hard for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in jail.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could forgive him if I was Chris Stokes.
Yeah.
I could forgive him, but I wouldn't forget it, and I wouldn't let him back into my life because that's something harsh to be on somebody's, resume. You a child molester.
Because people believe the lie before they believe the truth.
Hey, man, to that.
That's true.
All right, y'all. Well, moving on, last but not least, according to Billboard, Madame Tussauds has revealed a pair of wax figures of rapper Meg Thee Stallion. The rapper wax figure went on display this weekend, and she will also have a wax display in New York, which will be unveiled on June 1st. I hope they get it right. I hope it look like Meg Thee Stallion, because sometimes it be a little twisted. But hopefully they get it right. And congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's joke of the day. Rock T, is it going to be funny?
Yes, indeed. Yes.
All right, y'all. It's 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for Rock T's joke of the day. All right, Rock. It's Monday. It's got to be funny.
You spot a boat full of people, but there isn't a single person on board. How is that possible?
Wait a minute, say that again.
You got a boat full of people, but there isn't a single person on board. How is that possible?
How?
Everyone on board is married.
Come
on, dog.
Wait a minute. Say it one more time.
You spot a boat full of people, but there isn't a single person on board. How is that possible? Everyone on board is married. Come on, Rick.
Boy, I don't know what in the little Daryl.
Come on, dog.
Bruh, little Daryl looking at you, not laughing at that damn joke. Precious looking at you, ain't laughing at that joke.
Come on, dog.
Chris somewhere with his arms folded. No, sir.
Oh, man.
No, sir. Go ahead and clock out for the rest of the day. Get your mind right.
Where, Briggity Tat?
No. She quiet. Everybody else quiet. Don't worry about it, dog. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming to hell to the no.
No weapon formed against me, no, shall prosper. Now, it won't work. So don't be afraid of your enemy. He'll hold you through the day.
Uh-oh. That's you and Judah Church. Brett. You did take us to church, you and Judy. That lady was up there singing.
When your grandmama raised you in. That's why you know it so well. That lady used to babysit you.
I can't stand you. Oh, I'm crying. Tears coming out.
You cry because you know it too.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. We're still talking about Jonathan Majors, y'all, and Megan Good, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Jonathan Majors, y'all, it's definitely pretty clear, y'all, that he and Megan Good are in a definitely relationship. They're saying that they were jetting off the other day, honey, looking affectionate. Now, they're saying that Jonathan and Megan were at LAX Saturday, arriving, y'all, in the City of Angels after leaving New York City. Now, this is the deal, y'all, they were holding hands and leaning in close, y'all, as they walked, y'all, to a white sedan on the tarmac. Now, they're saying that the romance comes in, y'all, in a swirl of controversy surrounding Majors, who's accused, y'all, of physical abuse by his ex-girlfriend, something that he strongly denies, y'all. But a lot of people are saying that, you know, Jonathan and Megan, they look good together, but Ricky, I'm just sorry. I feel sorry, honey, for Megan Good. I feel sorry for her. Because I feel that, honey, she is just definitely being a pawn. I don't think Jonathan Majors likes this woman. I don't think he like her, Ricky. Now, my thing is this. First of all, honey, she is of African descent. Right. And he is of African descent. Rich African-American men, celebrities, do not showcase their black women like that. I'm sorry.
Well, are you crazy?
No, I'm not crazy.
Samuel Jackson does. Denzel Washington does.
These are wives, honey, and these are old schoolers. The new black man, honey, with money, he ain't bringing you up front, honey, till at least 20 years later.
Young people got black rich celebrity women that they roll them out on the red carpet.
Well, we didn't know nothing about Megan till this butt got in damn trouble. How about that? We know nothing about Megan until he got in trouble, honey. And I feel he just using her, and she just, I guess, going along with her. Maybe she like, I don't know. But I'm sorry, that just don't look right.
What if he found love? What if he found love on a two-way street?
Right. Well, he lost it on a lonely highway, then how about that? Yeah, he found it, all right. But I feel sorry for Megan. But if they're in love, honey, and she don't mind being, honey, with this man, honey, whatever, do what you need to do. Because ain't nowhere in here he would have been showcasing her this early in the relationship. Especially when he was popping hot. All the movies he had coming out and doing, honey, he wasn't bringing no Megan out in the forefront.
Well, she wasn't available then. They probably never met each other then. Then when he became available, they got together or met somewhere, and here we are.
Well, it's such a coincidence. You became available now when I'm being accused, honey, of abuse of my European woman.
What you saying is when he was hot and he had to stroll around with a white woman.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Megan was nowhere to be found, honey. Now, honey, that he in trouble and stuff. Now, hold on. Let me grab her out the woodworks and bring her on up, honey, and let everybody see me and her together. And after if I finally get my career cleaned up, honey, Megan, have a good day. Thank you. And send on about her way. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But we love. Right? I just love him. Just congratulations, honey. All right.
Maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he's going to stick with it and they'll work out and they'll make it last forever.
Yeah. He better do something. He better make something last forever, honey, because if I was Megan, he'd be signing all kind of contracts. You going to pay me, honey, for this time. For putting myself out there, honey, putting on the forefront for you, honey.
Any woman out there listening to you will never have a relationship with that
They would
attitude.
be smart. Yep, they would be good, smart women, honey. They would be, honey, very smart. Don't be used, honey, and played, honey. And when I need you and when I didn't need you, honey, I would use nowhere to be found, honey. So, no. Moving on, hell. In other celebrity news, y'all, Jay-Z Jay-Z and Beyonce, baby. They're saying, y'all, that Jay-Z and Beyonce spent $200 million, y'all. They got the highest doggone house in California history. They got a $200 million Malibu pad, and they said, Ricky, they paid cash for this house. Now, they're saying sources direct told TMZ out that they paid $200 million cash for this. It's only 30,000 square foot Malibu mansion that they purchased from William Bell. They say one of the biggest art collectors in the world. Now they're saying that the figure is mind-boggling, but they say, honey, it's nothing to the couple's portfolio. They say they got a lot of money. Now according to Forbes, they're saying that Jay-Z is worth $2.5 billion thanks to his lucrative liquor business, Aces of Spades, and Ducey and his music catalog and his fine art, honey, with Basquiat. And they're saying back in 2022, honey, Forbes estimated Beyonce's net worth just shy of $500 million, crediting her tours, her music catalog, and appearance in feature film. And, honey, that's the majority of her wealth. But they're saying, honey, with her Renaissance tour going on right now, they're saying she's only scheduled to rake in $1 billion, y'all. So they're saying that TMZ broke the story that the Malibu purchase, y'all, was the most expensive ever recorded in the state of California.
Wow.
Isn't it $200 million at 30,000 square foot? How big is that? That's the size of what? The city of Atlanta? I mean,
30,000 square foot, that's a big house.
Yes, that's a big old house for 3 children, honey.
Oh, God, they all got their own wings.
They got their own wings and stuff like that. But congratulations.
Their own wings?
Yes. Yes.
So each wing got his own little kitchen, Brad.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the maid and the quarters and everything.
Lord,
you
my
have to hire the
goodness.
middle school janitor to be in that house 24/7.
Yeah, Suri and Nuri, whatever their name is, they got their own corners.
Yes. Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a lot of space, Gary.
Ricky, that's beyond a lot of space. That's ridiculous. But, that's good. And it's amazing, though. I think we have changed as, people in the world, because if you knew how much a person paid for a house, like we know how much they paid for this house, $200 million, honey, and you own the grocery store, you might as well shut that grocery store down because ain't nobody coming to support you. Girl, I ain't supporting your house, and you got $200 million house and buy no cereal from you, honey, help your house. But it's good now. Times have changed, and now people supporting Beyonce. They're going to her concerts and stuff.
Absolutely, because she's one of the best shows out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you go and support her? And she's humble, and she's sweet, and kind, and down to earth. Everybody loves Bae.
Yes, Lord. Well, you open up your chicken shack and let them know it's yours and see how many people come.
I'm not opening up no chicken shack. You'll be in there working all day, sweating and getting cussed out every 5 customers.
Smelling like grease.
The hell if I would.
All that flour.
The hell if I would.
Yes. Oh, that's Ricky's chicken shack. I ain't going there to pay for his Toyota. So, but anyway, congratulations.
Yeah, that do be some of the mindset. They be so worried about you coming up and getting what you gonna get, and then won't support you, but they'll go to Neiman Marcus and buy a $500 Robert Graham shirt or whatever, and don't ask no questions and smile and walk out of the store and negotiate a $25 AKA T-shirt at an HBCU football game.
You preaching,
you gotta tell me about black folks. I know how we can get. I know how I seen the attitude. I done seen them at the counter in the high-end store, and I done seen them at the stand, and you ask it, boy, I ain't gonna get started because I get canceled. You can cancel me. You can cancel me for telling the truth. I'm just canceled then.
That's why.
Because that is the truth. Ask anybody that have to deal with customers what they have to deal with. They'll tell you. I don't have to tell you. I just got the platform to say it. But other folks, man, they don't really have no platform to tell you how they get treated by some of our consumers.
Yeah. And the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Verdant. On the high end, you say Verdant, and on the low end, you say beautiful army green. That's the color for today.
That's right.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. It is, oh man, 23 minutes up down, y'all. Here we go. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know what you call it from. So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning.
want to wake up my daughter, Jayana. Get up and get ready for school. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, good morning. This is Clemmy German calling from Greenville, North Carolina. I want to say wake up to Caden Harris and Chloe Harris at Pat Teller School. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Cornell Lucius out of Houston, Texas. I like to wake up my Lakers. Wake up, Lakers. We need a win. Wake up, Lakers, please.
Hey, I'm calling from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is Shy, waking up my daughter, Tamara Wiggins, from winning 9 bank awards. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, good morning. I want to say wake up, wake up, wake up to the good bruh of the Zeta Mu New chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. All right.
Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Appreciate it, bro.
Welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I just want to take a little moment, just to have a conversation, maybe a recap on from like couple of months ago, month and a half ago, couple of months, like 2.5, 3 months ago, just a recap. And I'm just not going to make this conversation about me. I just want to have a conversation about our young people, man. Our young people are out here in trouble. And you can give me that Marvin Gaye day that we are in trouble in society and things are getting pretty bad. Since my son passed away, and I'm sitting here on Facebook and I'm just watching my Facebook friends, some of the same people that offered their condolences to me as to when my son died are now writing obituaries for their kids. And it's just a sad time that we're in. And I got really alarmed just 30 years ago. 30 years ago was that time in our era when you cannot say nothing to nobody's child, when you can't correct. And now in this era, you can't even correct your own child. You can't say anything to anyone about anything. And as a result, children are dying. And I can't tell you how many times, even, I used to make Facebook pages and stuff with my grandson, this, that, and the other. And I would get people on there challenging me about discipline. Never whooped him on Facebook, but just getting some discipline and some structure and making sure that he understand what he did wrong, because you want people to show all the good, but you don't want to show the correction, because he's a kid. He make mistakes and he's growing, and he wants to be better, and we want to guide him to the right place. And then, hear people come with their comments. Don't say nothing. Don't do him like that. Don't put him in the little Indian squat or whatever, because just don't want to see that. You want a king that's suitable enough for your granddaughter, but you hate seeing one being made. And I'm telling y'all, man, we're going to have to get back to some of the basics. And I'm sorry. I know all these Dr. Phil and some of these talk show hosts tell you, let the child be free. Let the child do what they want to do. If a child had to decide what they was going to have for breakfast, grits, eggs, and bacon, or Skittles, the children going to pick Skittles. Well, let them have Skittles. Let them have what they want. Let them do what they want. Let them. And they make bad decisions. And they're not old enough to make great decisions for themselves. And a lot of time we are overcomplicating parenting. And now when they turn, get in their 20s and their 30s, they dying because of it. And I'm just seeing so much crazy stuff. And not only are they putting themselves in jeopardy, they putting us in jeopardy. They're over there in the HOV lane. They flying by you on the motorcycles and the Dodge Chargers, and they doing 90 miles per hour, texting and driving and doing stuff with the phone, and it puts everybody life in jeopardy. When a girl don't want to talk to a young man, he can't take it because he ain't never been told no. So he's going to take a gun out and he's going to shoot her or go somewhere and shoot up something when one of these young people don't get their way. What the hell is going on? Why is it that all of us are scared of something, but the kids ain't scared of nothing and nobody? It's a problem in our damn society. And I'm telling all the women out there, man, stop babying these boys. Stop it. Stop it. Stop babying them. Make a man out of them. What the black fathers are out here. Black fathers are out here trying. Whatever that thing was saying that men are out here deadbeat dads, statistics show. It even came out of Oprah's mouth that black men are stepping up to the plate and have been stepping up to the plate and more in tune and into their kids than any other race of human being. Black dads are out here, and we out here making it happen. We out here doing a good job, and all the little league football coaches taking kids home and taking them to get some Domino's pizza or some Little Caesars pizza on the way home from football practice, knowing it's gonna be too late for the child. And some of the kids don't have fathers, dead fathers, incarcerated, and just stepping up, being dads, being great uncles, being uncles to nieces and nephews that's not even yours biologically. And we're just going to have to set up some discipline instruction, get back to the old school, because as a result, our kids are dying. I'm watching all of these parents on Facebook. All of these parents, man, have to bury their kids, man. These are the same people that have offered their condolences since January the 30th. And I'm talking about at least 8 of my Facebook friends have buried their kids. Just off my Facebook page. And I'm sure if that's the case for me, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of more kids out there. So let's get back to and I want to tell all the young people, man, if y'all out there listen to this morning show, you in your 20s, your 30s, man, listen to your parents. They didn't get to where they are by a humbug, because our parents was much different. We had the discipline and the structure. Listen to your folks, man. Listen to your folks. Be respectful. The Bible said, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Honor your mother and your father. Might not agree with them, but be respectful and do what they tell you to do, man. They're not going to tell you nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let them guide you. Michael Jordan was the greatest, but he had a coach. Enjoy the coaching and respect boundaries. You know, so I just want to save lives, and I want everybody to talk to the young people about what's out there in the street. Don't be drinking stuff. Don't be smoking nothing. These people out here are not chemists. They out here just selling dope. They're out here just doing what they want to do, and people are dying. I buried somebody got buried that meant so much to me on Saturday. And I've been tore up all weekend. You take them doggone kids to the Universal Circus and buy them everything that they want in the circus, and had this baby funeral this past Saturday. And it's something going on, man. When we got to wake up here this Monday morning with all these folks crying, get emotional, because the thing about taking that little girl to the circus, man, when she was a baby, and how happy she was and how excited she was, and to have that baby funeral on Saturday and stuff. And not only that, just all the parents that had to bury their kids on Saturday, and the ones that's out here got to go pick out and write obituaries this week. I feel so bad for you. I know how you feel. Please continue the hard work of talking to your kids. But young people, please listen to your folks, man. Listen to your parents and listen to somebody. Do the right thing. Don't drink nothing from nobody. Don't take nothing from nobody. Don't smoke nothing from nobody. Do your thing, man, because it's a new world out here. And I know my message was all over the place this morning, but God bless you, and I just hope that somebody hear me, and I hope that we saved a life today. God bless you. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Stop it. If you think they're gonna make a profit,
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, time right now, 12 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. John Lyon, it's Biggie's birthday. What up, John?
Yo, man, definitely do up in a major way for Notorious B.I.G., man. We would have been celebrating our birthday, so rest in peace and happy birthday, man. Of course, yo, make sure me up on the gram at JAH Lion Soul.
Hey, man, big shout out to my big cousin Pee Wee, man, that's always texting me. He don't want me to say Pee Wee. That's Daryl. But big shout out to my cousin Pee Wee, man, who takes check on me every other morning. Shout out to you, Sheila Smoot, always doing the news and traffic on 98.7 Kiss FM. Love you too, man. Love y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. All right, let's go to the phone. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who is this?
Good. Man, son, man, why you don't answer your phone early in the morning? Boy, why I've been trying to call you, son. Why you don't answer your phone?
Black Tony.
Hey.
You tried to call me when? I go to bed at night,
I
Tony.
tried to call you at 6 o'clock. I was just going to tell you I need to get off early early today because me and my family got to go. Rick.
But how you going to call in last night and telling me that you need to get off early? You already off.
Right?
I ain't off because I was on my way to work. But what had happened was I was calling you to tell you I need to get out early because me and my family got to go take family Christmas picture at Walmart. My mama has started
Walmart
up
don't
early.
even do pictures no more. Do Walmart do pictures, right?
Nah.
What the hell is you talking about? They do pictures.
You talking about Sears?
I'm talking about Walmart. They do pictures. What you talking about?
Is anybody out there listening to the radio? Do Walmart have where's the
photo
family
booth
pictures
at?
booth?
Cause
The
she
photo
might be
booth at
talking
Walmart.
about. Look, all my mama said was I need to be at her house at 8:30 because we're going to take our Christmas picture. Because she don't never like to wait.
Why
till the
y'all
last
taking
minute.
Christmas pictures this early, bro? It is.
She don't like to
what
wait
is
till
it,
the last
May?
minute. My mama like to do things early. Me, her, my grandmama, and my sister. We're going to take our Christmas picture with our Christmas sweaters on. Anyway, look.
I saw some of your grandmama birthday party pictures that y'all had at the Ramada Inn ballroom. How old is your grandmama?
My grandmama 46.
Okay.
But listen. Listen, that's not neither here nor there. Look.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What, bro?
How old are you, Black Tony?
31.
How old is your mama?
38. Look. Hey, Rick. Listen. This ain't about my family right now.
But I tell you remind me of them fish that you buy, them mollies. You know, the mollies that be having babies.
And my great-grandmama, she's still living, too.
Now, how old is your great-grandmama?
53.
They spawn like fish.
You know them black mollies right there? You go buy one molly, you wake up, it be 20 of them in that fish tank.
Yeah, dog. They spawning.
My great-granddad, he alive, too.
How old's your great-great-granddad?
61. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Don't let life f you up. It's yours. It's yours to drive. Get up in the morning, write down what you're going to do in a day. Be happy on your way to your job, even if you don't like it. You got to be happy on your way to happy. Don't think you're going to get there and be happy. You carry yourself with you.
Yes, sir. I wish that could have been longer. Sound like it was cut off. That was powerful right there.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea, and the color of the day is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Nick Cannon is speaking again, y'all. They're saying, y'all, that Nick Cannon hasn't been one to shy about, honey, discussing his life as a father of 12 children. And now they're saying he's opening up, Ricky, about which of his kids that he is around the most. Well, now, recently, you know, he was on the Jason Lee podcast. You know, they were saying how he shared that his 8-month-old daughter, Miss Onyx Ice Cold, is probably, y'all, the child that he spent the most time with. Now, they're saying that, you know, he said, honey, that I'm with her at least 3 times a week for the full day. Now, he's saying that, he said, but I don't put that out there in social media. He said, because it's not for them, first of all. Now, the Wild 'N Out host added, y'all, that he and Cole have a super strong understanding, and y'all, their co-parenting operation is so solid. Now, he said that, you know, if you see him on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, his beautiful daughter, y'all, is right next to him. He said, whether he's on set or not, he said, now, it's not against all his other kids, because all his other kids, y'all, he said, they're in school. He said, they're babies, as well as Onyx, you know, but he said, I appreciated that Lanisha, which is Onyx's mama, gives him the respect enough, y'all, to allow him, honey, to have Onyx as equal amount of time as she does, y'all. Now, he said he also shares, he said that, you know, he also shares 12-year-old twins, Monroe and Morocco, with Mariah Carey. He has 6-year-old Golden Saigon. He has a 2-year-old Powerful Queen, and he has 4-month-old Rise, honey, with Brittany Bell, and, you know, and then there's Halo, and then there's some other ones. But anyway, he spends time with with Onyx. But Ricky, you saying that's good, but Ricky, a lot of people just not gonna let it die. Some people are being mixed. They say, yeah, he's saying he spent time with Onyx because when Honey asked him about to name all his kids, Honey, with Howard Stern, he named all the light skins that forgot Onyx. They say he forgot her name. So, Ricky.
Well, I mean, it can be confusing sometimes, you know.
What?
You're trying to memorize scripts. You got TV shows. And, you know, you know your kid, but if somebody puts you on the spot and asks you the name of all of your kids, it could throw you off and you could forget a name or two if it's a lot of them.
Of your child?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ricky,
I mean, there's a lot of them. It's 12 now.
Listen.
You had all 12 of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
all
it
yours.
took us a minute to learn Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donald and Blitz.
Them ain't our kids.
Okay, so yes, honey, but nevertheless, honey, he said,
I'm
honey,
just
you
saying.
know, yeah, you just saying, and
Okay.
it sounds good, but anyway, moving on, honey. Another celebrity news, y'all. Kim Kardashian, baby, she revealed y'all that she often cries herself to sleep while she tries to cope with her new life as a single mom, y'all. In the upcoming,
Okay.
And then the Kardashian star, honey, talked about raising her 4 kids she shares with ex-Kanye West daughters, North 9, Chicago 5, plus sons, Saint 7, and Psalms 4. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the host asked Kim, honey, what parenting is like for her now versus what she thought it would be like before she had kids. And, you know, the Skims founder explained, saying, everyone says that the days are long and the years are short, and that couldn't be like more true. There couldn't be like a more true statement. She said, so, like when you're in it, she said, I mean, especially when they're babies and you're feeding, she said, there's madness going on. She said, it's like full madness, honey. She said, it's been the best chaos, though. And she also added, y'all, that it's like I always have to, do one of my daughter's hair, and it has to be perfect, and it has to be a certain way, and then this one needs to be put this way, this shoe needs to be put on that way, and they all need you. She said, it's full crazy madness, cooking, running around. She said, it's wild. Really? Do y'all, Ricky, you're a parent, Brad, you're about to be a parent. Do y'all, I mean, is it that hard? I mean, I know she got help. She can't tell us she don't have help.
Yeah, she got the whole village. At least they next door.
Exactly. Everybody in a mansion next door, honey. Her mama, her sisters, they all there. So, I mean, come on, Kim, honey. I don't. It's hard to believe that, though. It really
But I'm sure all the kids pull at her and want her to do their hair, their clothes, they this, they that. They want different stuff to eat. But I know she got nannies and all kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, she got nannies, honey.
Okay.
I'm sure she does. Hell, I'm definitely sure she does. But nevertheless, she said it's hard. And Ricky, she cries herself to sleep every night. Could y'all imagine crying every night to sleep?
Yeah.
No, it's
In my big mansion.
Thank you. Lord, honey.
With all the servants.
And all the servants, all that good stuff, honey. But she says she does it, so we're going to say that she cries herself to sleep, and let's cry for Kim, honey. All right, and my final story, y'all.
You sure it's some black man out there just waiting, huh?
Boy, please, hell, they got one, honey, doing the damn pool for her, honey, waiting for sell his mama for Kim, so, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right.
Selling your mama?
Your mama? Not your mama.
They said, y'all, back in 2015, y'all, rapper Tiger famously broke up with his baby mom, honey, former stripper Miss Black China, to date teenage reality TV star Miss Kylie Jenner. Well, they're saying, despite it all, they said Black China admits, honey, that Tiger is the one, y'all, that she had the most fun with. They said China made the shocking admission, honey, in her sit-down interview the other day with Young Miami, honey, and she said, she really loved him. And, and I think he did her dirty, really. He did her dirty. He left her for, how was Kendall
for his billionaire girlfriend?
For his but you don't do nothing like that.
The hell
you don't do nothing like
what
that.
You
That
do
woman
is you go
loves
get
him.
your billionaire girlfriend and tell your girlfriend, look, you're gonna have to be a team player, okay? We're gonna go over here and we're gonna be the maids and you act like you my assistant and we're gonna put her to sleep every night. And we're gonna stay in this house over here, and I'm gonna come check on you, okay?
How you know that didn't happen?
No, okay, honey. He said it as a joke. It probably did, honey.
Because then here come Rob.
Then now, Barry Chang said, I'll fix you up, honey. So since you took my man, I'm gonna take your brother.
Hello.
And we're gonna keep it in the family.
Yeah, we need a team player.
Be a part of this family.
Okay,
be a team player. Let me go over here and tie this up. All of us gonna be straight. Just let me do my work.
Okay. At the color today, honey, is burden. On the high end, you say burden. And on the lunch, you say beautiful army green. That's your color for today.
Hey, Gary, y'all give it up for Gary with a T.
Did you see that post?
Keep
People are talking. Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I know it seemed like it was just yesterday, but 3 years ago, man, listen, we were all venturing out in public in hazmat suits, wiping down everything, groceries. Okay. It seemed like the all-you-can-eat buffet might be gone for good, but now we are coming back from the dead, it seems like.
That's right, and a company that tracks restaurants says that this spring, visits to 3 leading buffets, that's Golden Corral, CC's, and Pizza Ranch, were up 125% from 2021. Now, that's a faster rate of growth than other types of restaurants. Part of the reason, y'all, is the easing of the pandemic. Some people are no longer concerned about people touching and breathing over their food that they'll be eating as well, not to mention using the same serving utensils.
You know what I'm saying? There's more to it, though, Brad. There's also that cost. Higher-end restaurants are raising prices due to inflation, so people are going to buffets looking for that value. And it isn't just a return of the normal. Golden Corral sales grew 14% last year from pre-pandemic levels.
And I love Golden Corral, and nobody been out in here crack a joke on Golden Corral, because them little ice cream, you can get ice cream, collard greens, roast beef, and pizza.
And that fondue, that chocolate
fish.
Fondue. Doggone it, man.
Y'all better stop playing with me every now and then. I had to go get in that line. And you had to go in there at 10 o'clock in the morning when the senior citizens be in there.
That's
you don't go in the evening.
Right.
You go in there and you take your own little seasoning salt mix in your purse where you can get it right. The mashed potatoes be on point. I can show you how to get that, because sometimes them green beans be a little bland, but I'm going to teach you how to put some little flavor to it or whatever.
Yeah, but you go to the right one, though, you got the black cooks in the back, and the green bean casserole be banging.
The one off but that damn Piccadilly's off the chain. The one, what's the one, Gary? The one off of
Druid Hills.
Yeah,
it was Druid Hills.
That man, it's a man and his wife be back there. That damn Salisbury steak and the mashed potatoes.
Come on now,
and
that Fayetteville one don't play either.
And he be in the back smoking a cigarette when he get through. But I got a whole video on Facebook talking to that man. I had tipped that man some money, man. That damn Salisbury steak was so good just to go sit up in Piccadilly's. You feel like you somewhere special when I go to Piccadilly's to this day, if you can find one. So what's the one thing that changed since COVID that you wish would go back to the way it was? Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning.
My name is Jessica, and I'm calling from Louisiana. And one thing that I wish can go back to pre-COVID is Walmart closing at 12 o'clock. Why is Walmart closing at 12 o'clock? We need to open 24 hours. Then they say they stocking, and when I get in there in the morning, they stocking. My name is Angelica. I'm calling from St. Louis, Missouri. I want people to go back to work. Nobody works anymore. Everybody trying to make their own people. All these jobs empty, need employees. Go back to work.
My name is Marcia, and I'm calling from Miami, Florida. Rent was so cheap before COVID. And it's like now the rent is so expensive, you can barely pay the other bills like light, daycare, cable, phone bill, just the odds and ends in your household. It was just so much easier. You could be making great money, and you can't even pay rent.
I wish I miss everybody wearing a mask with some of y'all with your ugly self. Hey! Gary, I sure miss you wearing a mask. I swear looking at you here.
And I miss wearing my doggone mask, but every now and then when I put it on, honey, it's nice.
I miss wearing it too.
But hey, Brett.
What?
Hey, boy, you can disguise yourself with them damn masks on, boy. Them days you don't feel like taking pictures.
Yes, a hoodie, tuck your hair in, some glasses, and a mask.
I was everywhere.
Yes, Lord.
But now if you got a mask on, you look crazy.
Right. And that wasn't that long ago, man.
Right. But every now and then, boy, if I don't feel like talking, if I got a headache or something, I'll slide that mask on. And boy, that be my. I do it a lot in drive-thrus. I still do it in drive-thrus. Like the man in the car by himself with a mask on. What kind of COVID he think he finna catch?
And they think you crazy.
All right, y'all. Hey, we appreciate all of your calls and comments, man. So to continue the conversation, you can hit us up on Rickey Smiley Morning Show, RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 15 minutes after the hour, y'all. Let's go to Rickey Smiley's DM. Dear Rickey Smiley, I got a supervisor who has a fiance and is about to get married soon. Now, at first, we got off on the wrong foot, but he took time to talk to me, and we got to know each other better, and have been having deep convos ever since. So I started to question, was I the only one he had these long talks with, and started getting... what is that? Subtle?
Subtle.
Yeah, subtle. Oh, I never. You know what? I never saw that word spelled out.
It's okay.
No, Gary, I never saw that spelled out.
Yeah,
subtle.
S-U-B-L-T-E.
Yeah, subtle feelings that might, that he might be into me. I'm single, and it kind of started to fall for him. Now I don't know how to turn it off. I see him at work, and my heart jumps into my stomach. So I'm going to another department soon where I won't see him as much, but I know when I do, I'll get that feeling in my stomach again. Not sure what to do about it. Maybe if I have him one time, I'll get over it. Wait a minute, let's go back. She said I have a supervisor. Wait a minute, I have a supervisor who has a fiance. Let me start over because I have to make sure my little ADHD. I got a supervisor who has a fiance and is about to get married soon. Oh.
Yeah.
And at first we got off on the wrong foot, but but he took time to talk to me. We got to know each other better, and I've been having these having deep conversations ever since. Conversations about what?
They just haven't. Right. It went from professional to being a little bit too personal. So now she got a little crush on him right now. So now
she had him once.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I started the question: was I the only one that he had these long talks with, and starting to get what's this? Subtle feelings that might be into me.
That he might be into me.
That he might be into me. I'm single and kind of started to fall for him. What kind of conversation you having? Because to make somebody fall for you, you got to be doing a lot of conversating.
Yeah, and he's not single. He got a fiance.
Yeah. Oh.
Right. And she said she don't know how to turn it off. And she see him at work, and every time she see him, her heart jumps into her stomach.
Well.
And she says she's going to another department soon, where she won't see him as much. Gary, what do you think about this?
I don't think that's cute at all, honey. I don't like that. My thing is, he has a fiance, number one. Right. So, honey, you got all these little feelings up. That's a sign right there, honey, for sexual harassment. And, honey, if he don't like you and you like him and something don't go right, there goes his job as well as her job. But that's not a cute look, though, honey.
No.
So I hope that's no way around our job or nothing. So,
Yep. Brett, what are your thoughts?
I think she should take her butt on to the new department and stop thinking about him. He got a fiance. He got a life. So what, he's been talking to you and you've been talking to him. You shouldn't allow your feelings to grow. This man has a fiance and he's going to be married soon. So get over it.
They must be doing a lot of talking. He
too much.
Sucked her in and got her in her feelings like that. Like, first of all, what are y'all talking about? That got you, you know what I'm saying, messed up like that.
He probably throwing her some bait, but not being too hard, and she kind of taking it all in, kind of got a little crush on him, kind of like him, think he cute. But she talking about...
wrong for that. He wrong for that with a fiance.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but at first she said she didn't like him, so now what's all of a sudden? He started wearing a different cologne or something that made her start mesmerizing with him? Or,
she said they got off on the wrong foot at first, so maybe he was trying to just fix it and start talking to her and just being nice to her. But the deep conversations, I don't know now. About what?
Yeah, y'all say what?
I said talk to somebody else.
Yeah,
If you want somebody, talk to somebody single.
And then who said they should just be together one time?
She did. Talking about maybe if she have him once, she'll get over it. No, man.
Oh, that's
gonna make it worse.
Oh, no.
That's gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Now what if she have him one time and he kick out some weak stuff, and then they'll be like, okay, well, I ain't missing nothing.
And he gonna be sprung. Either way, it's messed up because he's got a fiance and that's cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if she hit one time and he put that foot on that neck?
It's over.
Well, that's over. Now there goes
put
the
that
job.
foot on that neck and then come into work the next day and then don't speak to her.
Oh, that's gonna really be a problem, honey.
Yes, it
then
is.
she gonna be running to HR and then she gonna be angry.
Yep.
She gonna try to call the fiance and say what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in there, come to work the next day, and you got a footprint on the back of your jaw part of your face.
Got a whole footprint.
You stupid.
Hey, Super Dave. Super Dave, she's sitting in the meeting. She's sitting in the meeting talking to her. And you see your footprint on her face when you been killed her. Y'all sitting in the meeting. Y'all sitting up in the meeting. All of a sudden, she quitting that queen.
Oh, Ricky. Ricky.
Finance, wealth, and growth. It's Money Mondays on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, this Money Mondays. Congratulations to all the recent college graduates. So proud of you. Today, our money expert, Janai Thorne, is here to give some financial advice to recent college graduates and their parents. Janai, good morning, and I'm so excited to have you here today. And, yes.
Everybody.
And let's start off with these parents. What financial advice do you have for parents whose child recently graduated from college?
Well, first of all, congratulations to all the parents and the college graduates. I know it's a happy time, but Ricky, it's also a pretty stressful time. And parents, we have to realize our role is evolving from parent to advisor now. So with the new title comes some new and different responsibilities. 4 quick tips for some parents. Number 1, please be clear with what financial support you're going to be providing your now college graduate and for how long. And schedule some times to check in with them about that so everybody's on the same page. 2, if your recent grad is starting a new job, congratulations. They may actually need your guidance and help as they sign up for benefits. We don't want them to overlook any benefits like short and long-term disability that actually could impact us as parents. 3, if they're going to be living in your household, what are the new rules? What are the new financial rules now? Because remember, they're adults now. So are they contributing to the household? How much money do they need to save? Remember, if they're coming back home, and Ricky, 50% of graduates are actually coming back home to live, what is going to happen, and make sure everybody's on the same page. This is their season of preparation, not just to move back home.
Now, Yanetta, what advice do you have for parents whose child recently graduated? Janai. Sorry. I was thanking Yanetta for coming to my baby shower. Oh, my phone, my bad. Okay, so what advice do you have for parents whose child recently graduated from college, but their graduate does not have a job or plans to do their own thing and pursue entrepreneurship?
Brad, this is actually pretty common, and I think it's important for parents and their graduates to get on the same page as to what does actively looking for jobs look like. We want to make sure we're defining it the right way. But that student, they still can use the college placement office at their school, although they've graduated. They're going to have to leverage family and friends, the network, and they're going to have to be flexible. I meet a lot of young people who want what they want, but they may have to intern. They may have to work part-time or volunteer. Now, if you have a young person who's pursuing entrepreneurship, parents, let's make sure we're defining what our support for them is. Are we financially giving them money, or are we letting them stay at home for free? But make sure that you have a scheduled time to check in with them to make sure you understand how well that the business is progressing.
Janai, what few tips do you have for recent grads that establish and protect their credit? Like, the credit situation is probably the most important for these graduates to understand.
You know what? It's very important, Roxy. But, I know our grads understand what it is because they know the importance of a transcript or a report card. That credit report is their new transcript. So an easy, safe way to establish credit is please get a secured credit card. It's a great way to baby step into getting and establishing credit. And, of course, simply them paying their bills on time. The best and the free way to protect your credit is to please freeze their credit with all 3 credit reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Again, completely free and the best way to do it. Freeze that credit.
All right, y'all, we're talking to money expert Janai Thorne about financial tips for college graduates. Now, Janai, what advice do you have for the graduate who has a new job and is ready to buy their first car or plans, to move to get their first real apartment?
I know all the college grads are excited to do their thing. Some of them got these amazing jobs and making all this money, but be very careful about upgrading your life and your lifestyle. You do it too quickly, you're going to get caught and stuck with all of this debt. So the car that you're driving now, you don't have to drive it forever. And the apartment that you're going to start with or the house you're going to rent, you don't have to be there forever. But be very cautious and slow to get into that debt.
All right. So
Janai, it definitely was real. Ricky. So Janai, so it was not real easy to get student loans, honey, while you were in college. So now that they're graduated, now it's time to start paying those loans back. So what advice do you have for college grads who have student loans? Because I know I forgot to pay mine back and they garnish my wages. So
Gary, you said it, because they certainly will. Please, everybody, parents and students, never ignore your lender. Please do not ignore your lender. Update your address and contact information with your lender immediately, because you don't want to miss any communication with them. Now, the type of loan you have, Gary, will determine when the payments start. Private loans, payments typically start right after graduation. Federally backed student loans, you typically get up to 6 months. And if you have multiple loans, remember, you may have to communicate with multiple different lenders. All right? So don't play with those student loans, because they will garnish your wages for sure.
Janai, you ain't seen that fun until you see Gary walk through this office slamming doors when he look at his check and see that his wages been garnished. It is a blessing to see. And I mean, he be walking fast. He be having on one of them outfits.
And they turned me in, baby.
Janai.
Listen, I know Gary got some money now. I ain't even worried about that.
Janai, he had on his Harlem Globetrotter pants, them Gucci Harlem Globetrotter warm-up pants, and they had garnished them. Janai, they garnished them wages out of that chicken. He was switching through this office, boy. He was mad, boy.
Gary, don't let him tell that lie on you. Don't let him tell that lie on you.
Gary, Janai, you should have saw him trying to climb up in that Jeep.
All the time he ain't lying.
Gary, he was mad. He had the Harlem Globetrotter pants on.
What?
Climbing up in that Jeep Rubicon. He couldn't get in it.
It's all right. Jesus is going to bless me, though, honey.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I got tears in my eyes. Gary, I'd be glad. Gary, you know, Gary, when I go to church, I promise I'm going to pray that they stop garnishing your wages. I want you to get your whole check.
Please do. And the job turned me in. That's the killing thing about it. The job turned me in.
You in your 50s and still paying off a student loan, and you ain't even doing no work in your major.
Hush up. Message. Go to the next question. I'll go to commercial here.
Oh, boy, I'm crying up here, Janai. It's always good. Thank you so much for coming on the show with all your helpful information. Let everybody know how I can't talk.
All that money ain't even in his major no more.
Don't let them tell that lie on you.
Oh, my God.
Listen, parents and students, if you need any more information, you can follow me on social media at Janai Thornton, JINITHORNTON. Y'all are crazy. Have an amazing Money Monday. Y'all are crazy. It's wrong with you, Rickey Smiley. It's wrong with you.
And then I was standing in the window watching them drive off in the office. I was just watching tail lights get real small in that Jeep Rubicon.
So crazy. Hey, don't let him talk about you.
Woo. I ain't never seen nobody put that signal light on and make a left and pull out.
I got God.
The way it was just the way you peeled out of that. You peeled out that parking lot like you was hurting the people that you work for. Like you peeled off with an attitude, you left some time marks. Woo. Gary, I just hope and pray we're gonna go to church. We're gonna go to the altar. I just go to the next altar call next time, Reverend, at your church.
4 years.
Oh Jesus, we got Janai. Thank you,
Warnock.
Yeah, Rep Pastor Warnock.
Pleasure. Y'all are crazy.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and I'm filling in for Maria Moore. And here are your today's headlines. Congress needs to raise or suspend the debt ceiling, which is the limit on the amount of money that the U.S. can borrow to pay its bills by the 1st of June. That's the deadline. And if U.S. defaults, they won't be able to pay its debts to China and Japan, potentially causing a recession. Now, all this while Biden announced yesterday another $375 million in military aid to Ukraine. In other news, most Americans will probably have another hot summer, as above average heat is expected to raise in the west, the south, and on the east coast. New Mexico, Arizona, and the Four Corners are set to suffer the highest temperatures. A climate pattern, El Nino, is expected to develop soon, which could create a costly domino effect of extreme weather across the world. And lastly, recycling centers could be making our plastic problem worse. A new study found that breaking down plastics can create microplastics that end up in water or air. These polluting particles are everywhere from the Antarctic to inside our bodies, and this adds a growing concern that recycling isn't effective of a solution for the plastic problem as we may think. Those are your headlines for today. Roxy, what you got in sports?
Out to Griner. Will fire a three. You bet! PG back in her bag.
Indeed, WNBA season tipped off over the weekend, and it was headlined by Phoenix Mercury's Brittany Griner homecoming in front of a near sold-out arena of screaming fans. Come on, man. The Mercury lost the game, but Brittany had 27 points, 10 rebounds. It was good to see her back out there, man, in domination form. Rick, I don't know if you got a chance to watch the game, but she did her thing. She did her thing. And
man, I know she did.
She's going to have people in the stands watching her on the road and at the home games, man. It is what it is. Shout out to the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. They're done. I mean, bye-bye. Miami almost 30-pieced Boston to take a 3-0 lead in that Eastern Conference series.
You know what? Charles Barkley, Shaq said so eloquently, the reason the Miami Heat has a chance to, to sweep the Boston Celtics is the delegation. Yeah. If you look at the plays and you look at the way they passing the ball, Jimmy Butler dishing the ball off. Man, you got people coming off the bench who you wouldn't even know who a lot of these players are, and they out here making points and just spreading the ball around, man. Ball movement is so important in basketball. The reason the Lakers are having a hard time, because it seems like every bucket that Denver get is really, really easy, and it seems like every bucket that the Lakers get, it was a struggle to get the bucket. And that's one of the problems, man, is the delegation and the ball movement. Good ball movement and great plays and good offense or whatever, man, those are the ones that win championships. And you got guys coming off the bench.
Come on, dog.
Blowing up threes. So that's just my thing. You know, Boston Celtics, man, they just choke. They choke every year.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just put Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat in the finals right now. The Lakers and Boston shouldn't even play Game 4, man. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Let's just go and get to the finals. Ain't nobody watching this last game.
Straight.
Because ain't nobody. Okay. When the last time somebody came back from 3 down? When the last time somebody came back from 3 down?
It ain't never happened. Nobody's come back from being down 0-3. Never.
Yeah, man. I'm pulling for LeBron. I'm always rocking with LeBron, man, but they just don't have it, man. That big white dude,
the Joker,
Denver Nuggets.
It ain't happening.
He got too much ass in the paint, man. At the day, AD can't do nothing with it, man.
Unguardable.
And then they got Drake out there shooting threes. What the little dude with the beard, the little afro like the
You talking about Murray? You talking about Murray?
Yeah, look like one of the twins from the Whips son out there blowing them threes up, bro. They can't do nothing with them, man.
Not there,
I'm talking about they shooting draws.
Come on, dog. It is what it is. That's the quick sports report right there. Appreciate that, Rick. Dog, Brett got the hot spot.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour time for the hot spot. What up, Brett? This segment is being brought to you by.
If your laundry is longing for a scent that's seriously irresistible, you got to try Gang Flings detergent. Bring it to Tat. What's happening?
Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, the 10th film in the Fast and Furious franchise, Fast X, debuted to $67 million at the domestic box office over the weekend. Deadline reports that this meets the film's projections and is just $3 million short of what the ninth film pulled in during its opening weekend. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 took second place in its third week at the box office, making $32.7 million, and the Super Mario Brothers movie in third place with $9.8 million. Meanwhile, during an interview with XXL, Lil' Kim revealed that she has written for other artists. She told the magazine, and by the way, all this talk about writing, I've wrote for other people. I wrote on Diddy's album, check your credits, homeboy, whoever his name is. I just learned that some guy was talking smack. Whatever, yeah, do your homework, El Stupido. She also said her album Hardcore and Notorious K.I.M. were classics like Michael Jackson. She said it's just something like how I look at Michael Jackson's album, you know what I mean? It's just a classic. So everybody feel like Kim don't write or whatever they said about her writing. She is a writer, she can write, and she's amazing. And we not going to... She's a legend, point blank, period. All right, y'all, moving on. According to Entertainment Tonight, Wendy Williams is not in the hospital, despite a report stating otherwise. Her rep, Sean Zanotti, told the outlet, I can confirm that Wendy is not in the hospital as reported. I can also confirm that she is not in New York as reported. This comes days after the former talk show host pulled out of a speaking engagement at the Atlanta Women's Expo. Y'all got that? Wendy is fine. Everything is good. Still keep her in your prayers because we all need prayers. And finally, while speaking with Entertainment Tonight recently, Paula Abdul said she had her fill when it comes to appearing on reality television, explaining that she turned down a spot on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and the straight-up singer said, I've been humbled. I got a kick out of it that I was even asked. She said, however, but I'd like to be on the couch with popcorn watching with my dogs. She said, I feel like I've been through enough reality television for a long, long time. So good for you, Paula Abdul, because I really couldn't see you on one of these shows anyway. Like, I can't really see Paula Abdul clapping back at somebody like a Nene or somebody.
Right.
Anyway, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the praise mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the State of Black America with the current president of the National Urban League, Mark Morial. What's going on, Mr. Mark?
Hey, what's going on, Ricky? Good morning, and good morning to your listening audience. It's always great to be with you on Monday morning. We've got a few things to flag for people this morning. Number one, this week on the 25th, it will be 3 years since the tragedy in Minneapolis, the murder of George Floyd. And I'm encouraging people to note the moment, but also to note the moment with a continuing call to action. The National Urban League will be calling on major American institutions to reaffirm the commitments some made after George Floyd to address structural and institutional racism. And we'll be calling on those institutions to report on the status of the commitments some made after the murder of George Floyd. It's very important that there be transparency. Many companies, some foundations, some governments stepped up and said, we are going to commit, in some cases, new initiatives, new resources. We want to hear from these institutions about the status to see if those promises made are promises kept. And also because some made commitments, others didn't. And those that have not, it's important to make the commitment. We cannot be deterred by efforts like we see in Florida or in other states to undercut diversity, equity, and inclusion, to undercut efforts to address institutional racism. So in the moment, we're going to remember George Floyd and his family and the murder in Minneapolis. We will remember that thanks to Keith Ellison, the Attorney General of Minnesota, and his team of prosecutors, the advocacy of Ben Crump and others, including our friend Al Sharpton in the civil rights community, and millions of people, literally all across the world. Derek Chauvin and those officers were held accountable in a court of law and are going to spend time in prison. So in this instance, we can say the system may have worked after the fact, but we can't say the system worked because George Floyd should never have been murdered. He should have never been on the ground in Minneapolis.
That's right.
It still remains an example of police misconduct, brutality, and violence. So we're going to remember George Floyd, but we're going to remember it with a constructive, Ricky, constructive call to action in this nation and in America. Secondly, I just want to shout out the principal and president, Alston Taylor, and the student body at St. Augustine High School down in my beloved hometown, New Orleans. St. Augustine, an all-black boys Catholic high school. I got an opportunity to speak at their baccalaureate. Great pride in seeing nearly 100 young black men prepare
to go to college after finishing St. Augustine High School, which has an incredible tradition in academics, sports, and music. It is a great institution on 2600 AP Touro Avenue down in the 7th Ward of New Orleans. So thank you and congratulations to the student body and the faculty and Principal Austin Taylor at St. Augustine High School and all those great parents and grandparents who were out with us on that day. And certainly, finally, a little bit on this debt ceiling conversation. To some extent, Ricky, there should really be no, if you will, standoff. The debt ceiling should be raised by the Congress without precondition. This is raising the debt ceiling, or rather raising the nation's authorization to borrow money for monies already committed to. Now, we are hoping that there's a deal made, but not at the expense of black people, brown people, poor people, working people, and vulnerable Americans. The GOP seems to be hell-bent on its punitive agenda around work requirements for those that receive food stamps or Medicaid, harsh and cruel efforts to attach these conditions to the most vulnerable Americans. We are opposed to that, and we're opposed to cuts in investments that help people. So we are watching, but we send a strong message. Don't do this on the back of the locked out and left out Americans. Don't do it. Don't do it. And we want those members of Congress who support us to be strong and principled in this continued fight, as we want the president and his negotiators who are at the table with Kevin McCarthy and others. So we will continue. We need to avert any sort of crisis and default, but it needs to be done in a way that is responsible and a way which is not punitive and harsh and mean and nasty against those who are locked out and left out. If we're going to have some sort of 1, 2, 3 year budget deal, as we understand they're discussing. So, Black America, let's keep our eyes on this discussion as we move forward. And Ricky, those topics are today's State of Black America. It is always incredible to be with you. Love to be with you on the show and the team and all the work that's being done to make sure our communities are well informed. Once again, Mark Morial, president of the National Urban League. This is the State of Black America. Follow me across all social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, at Mark Morial and at Nat Urban League. I'll see you next time.
Yes,
on the
sir.
radio.
Yes, sir. You've been listening to the State of Black America with the former New Orleans mayor in Louisiana, State Senator Mark Morial, currently president of the National Urban League. Thank you so much, Mr. Mark. We love you, and we appreciate you. Talk to you on Monday. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.